Hey.
Hey.
Hey, we're the Antlers and we play well with
others.
My dad actually taught me to play guitar when I was really young. I was probably about 6 years old, and then I've just been doing that ever since, and just kind of having music coming at me all the time, and seeking it out myself. And then I guess as early as I can remember, I was trying to put bands together and trying to make albums, and successfully making terrible ones for a very long time. I was definitely in a screamo band in high school. It was really awesome.
I started playing drums when I was like 5 or 6, and kind of even before that I was a little obsessed with them. And I had a babysitter who played drums, so she started teaching me how to play when I was like 5, and kept going from there.
I don't know, I trained as a trumpet player for a long time and took piano lessons and kind of hated music, and then kind of started playing bass and guitar and started listening to like Elliott Smith records and things that like I felt kind of I identified with, and I kind of like found my like niche in music and felt like I actually belonged in music in a way.
There's a barrel inside your stomach, a cup's been kicking from within.
I had gotten really used to working by it myself, and then to bring other people into it was definitely a big adjustment, and it wasn't necessarily a smooth one. You know, there's a very specific idea about this album, and when you sort of are like writing the story, it's hard to bring people into it. And we were all just getting used to playing music with one another, and on the other hand, I was really happy to be involved with a record that incorporated other people, and it felt like it wasn't how I ever wanted to make a record ever again after this one. Like, I'd never want to make a record in the manner in which Hospice was made, but it was sort of a step toward the future and a step toward better things, and that's kind of where we're at now, is a much more sane way of writing.
We're too we're not old.
The last thing I want to do is tell people how they should react to it, how they should feel about it. And that's been the best part about it, is people have decided for themselves what it's about and what it means to them. And I think as long as people can find something to care about in the record, that's all that matters. I think the sort of union of both something that you're making because you're trying to express some sort of idea you've got and a way to connect to other people are the most important thing. Because I think it's kind of taking an idea you've got and seeing if this makes sense to anybody else. And if it's really just some very far out kind of notion, it's going to exist on an island by itself. There's not a lot of value in that, I don't think. I think it's good for the sake of exploring ideas, but why not? Why put it out there at all if it's solely for yourself? I think it's much more valuable if you can find a way to connect it to other people, and to have some sort of response, to have some sort of exchange of ideas.
I do see from music giving hope to people in different ways. I mean, especially making a record that's focused on cancer, and I see people finding hope with that. People that have, you know, experienced cancer in their lives or are experiencing it. It makes sense, and I think they're very affected by that. Music's sort of always given me hope in a way, just to sort of try to solve problems, or think of problems as a beautiful thing and not negative, depressing thing, but just sort of like a thing that has its own life.